Today is August 24th. The Yankees lost the first three games to the Red Sox and then won the fourth. Because just like Stan says, we don't get swept at home.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake.
All right, what up? Welcome to the show. The Yankees lost 3 out of 4. They won the last one, national televised game. The first time they have beaten the Red Sox this season on a national televised game. They were 0-3 in all other games against the Red Sox on national TV. They have a horrible record on national televised games. I wrote down those stats, and I lost it. My name's Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD's in the corner. Yankees stinky. Jake, how are you?
James Davis, everyone tuning in late on a Sunday. Good to be back, except watching Yankees baseball against good teams. I don't know, man. Pretty disheartened. It's tough to even get the Nick Turturro anger energy going because that energy gets spent on big picture stuff, and I'm sure we'll stumble into a little bit of this episode, but. You know, to see the same disastrous first game that just can't happen. I mean, 4 errors. I know there's a balk in there too. Like that's the 26 rings in a pocket watch or whatever. But it's 4 errors
And 9 walks.
It's 4 errors. It's just unacceptable baseball. To pair that with a shutout. With game 2 into the blowout is kind of the devil's threesome of awful ways to lose the first series that's mattered in months.
Especially when I specifically out loud to the public into a microphone said, just please don't give me any overthrows that allow runners to advance and then score. And in the second inning, they gave me 2 of those. 2, and then Volpe airmailed one the next day. That second inning in the first game was disastrous. It was like, we've been talking about the bait, right? Saying, I said, just give me to the Red Sox series. If they can win 3 out of 4 cleanly, I wasn't even going to accept 3 out of 4 if both teams played sloppy. I was going to be like, still, I'm not hooked yet. But if they won 3 out of 4 clean, which is crazy that I thought it was possible, now, thinking about it, when they immediately shit themselves. It's like, they lost 3 out of 4, and they embarrassed themselves again.
Yeah.
So, if I'm the fish, which I am, I'm the fish in the scenario, I was sniffing the bait, and I was thinking about biting, but I thought it might be like fake meat. I have now instead swallowed or jumped out of the ocean and died. Instead of even I don't even want to get hooked again. I'd rather be dead.
Rather just go on shore and have it end.
Yeah. Because, like people know, this team's going to be in the postseason. I'm going to be sitting in a recliner on the live stream. I'm going to be celebrating when they do things good. I'm going to get my hopes up. I'm going to have my mouth around that stupid hook, and I'd rather just be dead.
So you're going to take the bait.
Playoffs is playoffs.
All right.
But deep down, I know and everyone knows, unless somehow they host the Mariners, then they play, what's the path I keep saying?
Well, the Royals were in the picture for a week, so we were trying to get them in the mix. It's kind of the honest conversation that baseball people are having that if you're drawing up this American League playoffs, the Yankees need to look towards matchups, and it can't be Boston. Boston, they're now 2-8 against after today's victory, so you can't have that.
This was the scenario that I said that is like last year where they just get all the teams that don't scout and don't prepare for them properly. They host the Mariners. Then they meet the Tigers in the DS, which scares me because of the Hinch and Glaber and Skubal factor and all that. I'm not saying this is a lock, but this is where I have an inkling of belief. They
Still would
host
be
the
fun.
Mariners in the wild card. They face the Tigers in the DS, and then face the Blue Jays in the CS. I don't really. If it comes CS, they're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing this year, the two biggest, baddest wolves in recent Yankees history is a Red Sox team that just abuses them at will, and a Houston Astros team that historically has had their number and they crush lefties. So you tell me how the Yankees could get through a series against Houston with Fried and Rodon. As you know, one of the conversations I had in the stands when I went to Saturday's game was, is Schlittler our third starter in a playoff series? Which a lot of the conversations are starting to feel like those conversations you have in not productive seasons.
Was that Saturday's game you went to the game?
Yes.
So you missed out on Smoltzy.
No.
Did
they have
The
a Fox
Smoltz
game?
Thursday?
Fox got Thursday's game this series.
Maybe it was a Saturday game. I don't know. One of the games, maybe it was Smoltz saying Schlittler's his too.
Why not? Talent-wise, but
Well, if they-
talent-wise isn't the Yankees' problem.
Now, if they did play a lefty bashing team, you would use him to split up the lefties. I agreed with it. I'm actually like best friends with Smoltz right now because I love his expansion and playoff formula. I've been doing basically, what's the game you like? Utpa?
Out of the park baseball.
Dude, I'm building the 2029 season from scratch. I have a balanced schedule. I have expansion, realignment. I have a playoff structure that I have been just dreaming. It's just I'm going to put it together in a video. It's taken a while though, because I'm making all 2,340 games.
Happy for you.
Dude, did I watch today's game? I listened to it.
Right.
Well, I built a fake season that I'm going to send to Manfred and say, do this.
Okay.
So I'm pumped, me and Smoltzy. You want to talk about this, or you just want to keep not talking about it?
It's a yes and a no. We debated if we should go full State of the Union this episode, and you had some concerns of how many episodes would go State of the Union the rest of the way. I mean, I do think this one deserves it because we have, one more Red Sox series. That Blue Jays, Toronto,
Oh,
Detroit.
my goodness. We play him again.
Yeah, mid-August in Boston, I'm assuming.
Up there.
So, yeah, I mean, it's almost like we kind of know what's going to happen, right? Like we're going to play more bad teams. We're going to do good against them. We're going to have that rough stretch where I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the Yankees get super embarrassed again, or they just go in survival mode and they get out of there with some 1 out of 3s, a 2 out of 3. And then those final couple weeks with Boston and then a ton of Orioles games, which again, the Orioles are a different team than what the standings is telling you they are. That's being factored into the Yankees' ease of schedule. And I don't know. They need to start making changes, and they might have in today's game. So I just hope I start seeing more changes.
And maybe we'll just go through all the rest of the games really quick to tell the people what the Yankees are up against and tell them exactly how the season is going to finish. If you're interested in going to any of these games, we'll let you know which ones to go to and which ones they might have a chance of winning. And if you want to go, you can use SeatGeek. This whole episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek. The MLB playoff chase is on. Football season's around the corner. They're the official ticket marketplace for Major League Baseball. Your tickets are fully guaranteed, instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. So each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So you know if you're getting a good deal, just look at the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. I like going to games, and I enjoy the games. I sit in my seat, and I watch it, and I geek out. And sometimes I don't get as mad. No, that's not true. I got so mad that one playoff game in 2010 against the Rangers that I went to. Me and my dad, I left in a rage, but I enjoyed the seat while I was there. So Yanks 2025 is the code for 10% off. Yanks 2025. Here's the math for the people at home. They are 70 and 60 right now, Jake. If they go 500 the rest of the way, they'll be an 86 win team. If you want to look at the remaining schedule and play that game, they have 6 games against Toronto and Boston, right? I think we can confidently mark that down as 2-4 at best.
Pencil that in.
It's a safe number for now.
All right, they host the Nationals. Let's go 2-1 against them.
Yeah, I mean this upcoming week, we could be light on our estimates. These two teams are very bad.
The Nationals and the White Sox.
Yes.
4 against the White Sox though. They're not gonna 4-game sweep them.
If there's a team you can in baseball, it's them and the Rockies. I would say if we're doing conservative estimates, I would say 5-2.
5-2 against those teams.
Yeah. I mean, look what we did to Tampa. Like, look.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, then they go to Houston for 3.
Where our heads are at, I think we'd lean 1-2.
Yeah. Then Toronto got that as 1-2. Detroit, they're good.
They're good.
They are good in the Central.
We'll sweep the Twins.
It's good.
And Baltimore will split 2-2 out of the 4.
Okay.
And then we have 3 where we host the White Sox, and they'll sweep that. And then Baltimore, end of the season for Baltimore, Yanks will be like turning it on, so they'll go 2-1 there.
Nice.
Which puts us at 5 + 1 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 11. Does that make sense? Oh, they have 32 games, 19 and 13, which would get them to 89 wins. We just did, I think that's best case scenario.
Yeah, I mean that's a hot stretch. It's a weird mental exercise because this isn't even the problem. Because it is unfair. Like the White Sox are historically bad again. That if those games had happened in May and they were reflected in the Yankees' current standings, we'd be playing a different mathematics game. I think the Yankees are going to end up in 87 to 91 wins, and I think that's going to get them into the playoffs, and it's just going to be the seeding. And I think the overlying problem is we're not going to believe in them to play winning baseball when it matters. I
think there's no shot they get 91 wins. That's crazy.
I mean, didn't you just land at 89?
91 wins mean they go 21-11.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, it's destroying the bad teams, which this team is very good at.
Yeah,
and they have it's not just bad teams. They have like the worst outside of the Rockies.
They're 32. They're 37-25 against teams under 500. Yeah, I don't know, man. Even if they get to the playoffs, they're just not good.
And that was the overlying thing I was
Which
saying.
is a 596 winning percentage. I was talking to my mom, and it was like, are they bad or are they choke artists? Because how bad they've been against Boston and Toronto, I don't know if it's a reflection of skill anymore. Like, to have that second inning is like, what is this? Are we just falling apart? There was a time during the year where everyone was trying to act like they don't care, and Boone kind of talked with us, and he was like, we asked, like, are they pressing? And he was like, yeah, maybe a little bit. I think he was just trying to sway the momentum. Like, no, we do care. Maybe we're caring, like pressing too much, trying to make the big play. Whatever it is, there's something at play. It's not just like, it kind of is a skill thing. They are kind of a barometer team. They'll lose to the better teams. They'll beat the worst teams. But some of the errors is like that Toronto series and the first 3 games of this, like, what is this? Is this skill or are you guys just like choking?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that's sad, well, the way Toronto's built is to beat the Yankees. They put the ball in play. They have the best contact team in the league, and they are currently playing with the vim and vigor of like the little brother that just went through puberty and can fight back for the first time. Along with just all of their veteran starting pitching and a revamped bullpen, they have the good baseball mojo. The Red Sox came into this series just as scared as we were. Like if you went through like Red Sox fans' tweets and stuff coming into this series, they had the exact same emotions as Yankee fans, but then they saw us play that first game, and then it was game on. It was blood in the water. Like they knew that the Yankees are going to make a mistake at one point. They knew that the pressure was on the Yankees, and it was, and they felt it. And Crochet ends up coming off the mound giggling. Just like, what? Like, this was my last inning to pitch, and that's the effort you guys are going to put up? So, yeah, I don't know. I think Toronto is having a really good season and is built to beat the Yankees. I think the Red Sox, like, aren't a very good team. They're just swimming in the Yankees' heads. Like, if the Red Sox went 4-4 against the Yankees this year, like, we would be talking about them and the Royals fighting for the last wild card spot. Instead, because the Red Sox get to play the Yankees very comfortably and happily, they're in the playoffs.
It's true. You want to break down some aspects of this game for people that are interested?
Sure.
Game one, if you remember, is Lucas Giolito and Luis Heel, two LGs. Heel actually looked all right. A lot of walks.
No burns?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you didn't do burns, but we can burn them if you want.
I asked, yeah. The rivalry is back, and a pair of G's on the mound. Jim, you're all over it. As Giolito would battle to be king of the heel versus Luis, top two. Hamilton steals second, because you're not going to throw me out. Rice throws it to Grisham in center. It's 1-0 Sox, but a little Rice-a-roni as he goes big fly. It's tied at ones. Dueling first baseman Goldie and Lowe each drive in a run. Tied at 2 until Jazz scats an RBI single to put the Yanks up. Heel wobbled through 5 innings, 5 walks, 2 runs. But just like the Macedonians, the Yankees fall to the Roman Empire. RBI single to tie it. Signature home run to end it. 4 errors and a balk. Yanks embarrass themselves, 6-3 final.
4 errors and a balk and 9 walks. Dude, the walks are crazy. The errors are crazy. I have a point that will come up in next game. Aroldis Chapman's nuts. He looks so good. But one thing we were talking about when we went to MLB Studios with some guys there was not pinch hitting for McMahon when that felt like the game right there against Justin Wilson. I also hated Goldie taking his 4-pitch walk, which is crazy. Like, I know that this isn't how it works. Guys have to expand it. But then 2 days later, Goldie goes down and gets one out of the zone, like low, and crushes it for like a nice solid single. Like, dude, you're born to hit Justin Wilson. Like, you can hit it, even if it's a 3-0, slightly out of the zone. Maybe I just knew that was our only shot if Goldie expands and gets it there. They don't pinch hit for McMahon. And it's a very interesting conversation because we went through all the nuances of it. It's only the 5th inning, so it's very aggressive and early. And Justin Wilson had faced 3 batters already. So Cora's going to go to his bullpen and bring in the righty, probably Weissert. He came in the next inning, and he would then face the righty batter. So you'd stay having the same hand matchup, and you'd lose McMahon's defense. But then we looked at Weissert's splits, and righties hit him better than lefties.
Yeah.
And you force Cora to burn a reliever early, and then if it doesn't work, well, then he's just burned a reliever before the 5th inning has ended. So I still would have made the move. You have a righty bench for that reason. It is like It's not a cut and dry, easy one to say.
No, we're looking for something that feels different. And if they had pinch hit in the 5th inning, that would have felt different. That would have felt aggressive. Like, hey, at least you're making a play to go out and try to win this game. And yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not super passionate about it because I love the way McMahon plays defense, and it's the 5th inning, and it. Justin Wilson looked awful. So in a way, you want to keep him in the game, and he goes to a 3-0 count with McMahon. And McMahon ends up swinging at strike 3 out of the zone that, we could end up not talking about that move. Instead, yeah. And I think the bigger thing is, like, Caballero came into this as one of the hottest hitters on the team, and now he's not playing. So it's kind of the overlying, but the position that he should be playing at in the lineup, they've been protecting someone for 3 years. So it's all of that goes into the same bucket that, yeah, we can zoom in on that, but it's not the reason they lost this game.
Weaver throws 32 pitches, and he had thrown 20 before. Mike Leiter came in to take over for Duvall, who didn't have it, and he only threw 6. Could have kept him in. I don't know. Bullpen moves are kind of hard. Like, all of that is very much me looking back at the numbers.
Yeah, it's just, hey, I felt weird bringing it up as many times as I did, but, Luke Weaver, who's looked like the good Luke Weaver again, if he doesn't throw 20 pitches in Tampa the night before, how does this outing go? I don't know. Maybe it goes worse. That's baseball. But also, with how we're running this bullpen, like, you need Weaver to be special, and that's a difference in this game. That if this game had been tied, we're not talking Yeri De Los Santos. We're talking Bednar's in the game, and it's a tied game, and who knows what happens? Maybe the Yankees have a nice walk-off moment. It's 3-3 in the 9th. Instead, Roman Anthony hits a homer off Yeri De Los Santos, and he's like, "Oh, welcome to all of it."
After an error by Goldie, who doesn't make errors.
Yeah, he's caught a little bit of the itis too. Everyone's got it.
That was a bomb from Roman Anthony.
It's the beauty of a lefty at Yankee Stadium, which, just a reminder, our front office stopped doing for 2 years. Because yeah, I think it was listed like it wasn't listed super far. But it's just what a home run is supposed to look like.
It's true. All right, you want to go to game 2 where Fried was on the mound, and if he's got a bad start in this one, whoa.
Sure. Max Fried would take the bump for New York after another cold play from the Yanks taking on Brian if we were all Bayo. Fried delivered a gem, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks. The only problem was Bayo was better, or the Yanks were worse. 7 shut from Bayo, and it feels like everything is going wrong as the backup catcher Connor has the only RBI in the game. Yanks lose 1-0 final.
Was this the Volpe errors, no errors, or was that yesterday?
Yesterday was the Volpe final inning throw one to the gods.
Okay. This game, Max Fried, he had some traffic, but comparatively, it's a great start. Like, if you believe in the season and you believe in playoffs, you need Fried to be good. And he blanked him through 6. The way he got there might not have been as pretty as other starts, but he blanked him through 6. Only was at 99 pitches. I think they wanted to get him out of there with good feeling. But with the bullpen being so light, that was a topic that you could have maybe got one more from Fried. It maybe helps that game. It might help the next game. But again, these decisions are so hard because they're stretched so thin.
Needed to see it from Fried, and he brought it, which was awesome. And again, if a couple things go differently, we're talking about this very differently, but it didn't. And like the Red Sox, the other part that's looming on this, the Yankees could have won game 1 if they didn't have horrible defensive miscues and a couple other things break differently. But at the same time, the Red Sox, it felt like every leadoff hitter was hitting a double. Game 1, the Red Sox were 3 for 19 with runners in scoring position. That's insane. 14 left on base. In this game, it was a similar story. The Red Sox were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. The Yanks, nada. They didn't get into scoring position. So the Red Sox, in a way, like, were dominating these two games while also not, which also just added to the frustration levels.
Dude, I'm looking at the Baseball Reference play log. I don't even remember this game because the Yankees' offense was nothing.
There was nothing.
There was no hard hit balls by either team. Starting to piece it together from my memory now. 4 games set. Been sneezing all day. I'm allergic to the flowers we went and picked today, but it was a beautiful day with the family. Leiter gives up 2 doubles right away, and then Devin was good, and Bednar got into trouble but was good. Chapman shut him down again, and they just shut. This was the Yankees' like gutless, just no offense performance.
Literally, I used to do my box score game with the people where you go through and, wherever you look at your box scores at the bottom of the lineup, they normally list doubles or RBIs or stolen bases or everything. The Yankees have nothing. The 2 stats that are listed under the entire Yankee team's lineup, ground into double play, Rice, and team left on base, 2. Those are the only offensive stats from this game.
And all right, so this is one thing about this game that is irked me. This is the game where Volpe tried to make that play at second, which is just such a stupid play. And what was the other miscue? They didn't hold the trail runner again.
Right.
Which is on Volpe, and Dominguez. It's on everyone. They're just horrible at it. They did it well today with Caballero at shortstop. I posted the clip from last year when I asked Boone about it, and he blamed it on Volpe. Like in the rare instance, he was like, "No, that was Volpe's fault because it was Judge who got it." Like Volpe always leads the outfielder to the wrong bag. And then this was 2 things of note. They posted the lineup. We are at MLB Network. I said, "What's the lineup?" You read me the lineup. I said, "That's maybe the worst possible lineup we could make." And then they have 3 hits. I was like, no Stanton, no Goldschmidt, no Caballero. Wells, Volpe, and Dominguez. That's maybe the worst lineup you can make after losing game 1 and facing a really tough pitcher. I get they want other righties in there. Shout out Rosario, but I just want good hitters in there.
Right.
And then the other thing is, this was the outrage. Like, this was not on Volpe's play, but on Boone's defending Volpe hit its breaking point.
Yeah, you saw all the beat writers come out the next day. I think there was 4 articles written on Volpe and Boone defending it. And
do you have those headlines, Beebs? I texted them. I don't know if you throw those on screen, but like all of them came out in the same hour, and I was like, oh my God, they are mad at Boone for this.
Well, yeah, the Boone quote is one of the more comical ones that I went to the game Saturday and I had a press pass and I said hi to all the actual media, and yeah, man, like everyone's burnt out by it. Like the Yankees are tied to all of our livelihoods now, that it's like there's a difference between protecting your player and just lying, and it's year 3 of Volpe and with a bottom 2 offensive player, and the defense, like some of the stuff is so mental or just poorly coached when you're talking about cutoffs, or him saying, what did he say? It's the wrong play, but it's a heady play. Like, what was his quote on that?
His quote was basically, it's not the right play, but in some ways it's a heady play, because like he's basically saying, if we were able to get him,
right,
it would have been a sneaky heady play. Well, you didn't get him.
Right.
So for those not watching on YouTube, I don't know what publication that is, but the Yankees can't stop making excuses for Anthony Volpe was one headline. And then the next one, there's 3. Yankees defend Anthony Volpe despite poor performance. Why? That's the Athletic. And then there was a third one that was the top's cut off for me. But Anthony Volpe has time as year 3 struggles get worse.
How Yankees defended Anthony Volpe this time as year 3 struggles get worse.
And again, those articles are not about the play Volpe made. Like someone on Twitter was like, that runner didn't even score. I was like, it's not about that. It feels somewhat good because I've been doing this. Like this same scenario happened against Toronto, but not everyone was as tired of it. Remember when he defended Volpe for throwing the ball around like crazy and then offered about Ascara? Like, what were you talking to Ascara about? And he was like, I was telling him not to be so reckless with the ball. And I came on here and I was like, what the fuck is that, dude? And in this post game, he defends Volpe, and then they ask about Wells, and he goes, can't happen. It's like, what is this? Is he your son? You're treating him like he is Helen Keller. He's like walking him around like he's your little challenged boy and just treating him with the softest of kid glove. If I was Volpe, I'd be like, and IKF did this. IKF was like, no, I was bad. I'd like them to stop saying that. Like he stepped up and said, like, why? Like, no, I expect more. It's sad, man. It's really sad. I think this will be a textbook how to not treat a rookie. His numbers at AA are the same as what they are as a big leaguer. They promised him. They protected him. I watched when we fought about Volpe last year. And
what was the AA thing you said?
Someone posted his weighted runs created plus and like his stats at AA, and they were very similar. I can find the tweet. They're like, he hasn't really changed that much. But he just hasn't been good, and they've done nothing. They like, this is not a reflection on Volpe. I feel terrible. I think they've ruined prime growing years.
Yeah, and this is the whole organizational thing that Yankee fans have been trying to get through, but we've been told we're idiots for thinking that way. Just the general intensity, the general care, the idea that baseball is a game of 162 and you have to stay the course. Yes, you have to stay the course, but part of that over time was having frustrations with losses or having frustrations with slumps, whether offensively or defensively like we saw this year, that you have to do something to address it instead of just saying, oh, that's baseball. No, like the part of baseball that is baseball is trying the new things, is being adaptive. And he should have been sent down. And that's where I believe the business of the Yankees, that a reminder, a crazed me talking to myself on the street had to remind myself the business of the Yankees is winning baseball games because that's what does the best for their business. They've gotten so far away from that would be better for them instead of like pampering Volpe and treating him like he's the next Jeter and he's from New Jersey and he's a shortstop and he wears number 11. What if you sent him down when he was a rookie? So he learned and he got better and he made adjustments. And then he was actually a good baseball player because I think he's talented. There's moments on defense where it is a very impressive shortstop play, a level of shortstop play that I didn't think he was going to have as a big leaguer. He does have that. There's been times when he runs into one, you're like, damn, that ball does go further than it would for a lot of 5'9", 170-pound guys. The base stealing used to be impressive. Now that's gone too. That it's like, yes, this kid has talent, but you guys didn't coach him at all. You've told him that when he hits a 380-foot fly ball to left center and it's caught in the center fielder's glove, hey, we like that. That's a good piece. That's doing nothing for you. So I don't know. Like the long-term investment of being tougher on him when he was a rookie. Like this game treats every rookie who's ever played the sport. Christian Campbell famously won Rookie of the Month in April, Jim. You were tweeting about it. Red Sox sent him down
He was
because
really
he stopped
bad.
performing.
He was really bad at defense.
And he stopped hitting. Does that remind you of someone we're talking about? Like the worst defensive shortstop who's also not hitting?
Can you put that Max Goodman tweet on screen, Beebs? Because this was also, I read these numbers to Boone this year.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, it's incredible. It's an incredible stat. So it's not Volpe getting heat, which it really hasn't been this whole time. Like I've said it, we passed up on generational talent at shortstop because they said this was the kid. Cashman stood in front of reporters and said, you're going to be sounding stupid in a couple years when he turns into a stud. He said that. We've asked Boone, do you think he needs a reset? Do you think he needs help? And he gets mad at us and tells us that he's 2 weeks away from being elite and teams would pay money for him. And now, like, it's not just us saying these stats, it's people, the whole beat tweeting him. There are 88 players with 1,500 plus plate appearances since the beginning of the 2023 season. Volpe ranks 88th in batting average. Again, there was 88 players. 88th in on-base percentage. 87th in weighted runs created plus, and 87th in OPS. And he's never, and if you asked about sending him down, like Jackson Holliday got sent down, like, I mean, you can name so many people.
Mets sent down Alvarez.
Torkelson got sent down. Like, it's very common before people come back up. And if you asked about it, if we asked about a week off, it was on site. So it's crazy. So it officially reached a boiling point, and then he starts the next day, which you knew they were going to do because they don't want it to be like the media did this. So they waited a day.
Oh, gotcha. Because, I mean, him ending one of the worst losses of the year with just a throw to Nowheresville.
And the whole stadium booing.
And the bunt, which, again, yes, it's a bad baseball play, but they were willing to sacrifice bunt of Volpe at bat instead of watching him strike out on 3 pitches.
And ESPN brings out the sleeveless Caballero pregame warm-ups. Come like a hottie. Crazy. All right, next game.
Another dud of a game will warrant boo birds from Yankees fans. While Garrett would love to crochet a W for Beantown, Giancarlo solo homers in the 4th, but that wasn't enough to cover the dozen runs that Boston put up against the Yankees. Most were against Paul Blackburn, but the saddest thing may have been there was no hope. Yanks lose 12-1 final.
Oh. Yeah, that stunk. I didn't enjoy it. Did you?
The baseball, no. There was a little, I don't know if it's masochist. I get those ones all confused, but watching how ugly it got in the 9th, it kind of was like, yes, feel worse, because that's what we need.
Wow, the 9th was Volpe throwing it away, then another balk and then the home run.
Yep.
From Narvaez. That was ugly.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Garrett Crochet is one of the best pitchers in baseball, but it wasn't. That almost was never the issue.
Yeah. Sad. Welcome to the club, Blackburn.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? on this
Think
one?
so, not from there.
No. They won.
Hell yeah.
So this should be the best burn ever?
No. It's a lot of burns, man. The Red Sox and Dustin may embarrass the Yanks one more time on national TV. For the Yankees, doing less is more, at least for Senor Sleep and 70% Jazz. 2 homer days for the center fielder and the second baseman. Rodon to Weave, Will, and Doval. Man, that would have hit different if you told me that before the season. Yanks win 7-2 final.
Yanks win. I'm
We're
glad
back.
they won in a way. I'm also very interested in what happened if they got embarrassed again, Jake. Like, what would have happened?
Yeah, I mean,
There's part of me very interested in that.
It's tricky because of actionable items. What really are there? It's Volpe at shortstop, which in theory they've made action on. Like they started Caballero. Boone said that they weren't starting him the next day. They said we'll see, which is usually Boone speak. Otherwise, I asked Booney, I was like, so hey, Stanton's right field and then bench. He said, yeah. He lets you know if you're on the pulse or if you're not. That you'd like to think Caballero, they're at least going to give Volpe like 3 straight days or something like that. But let's see how they handle that. That's one of the action items they can do. The catching situation, I don't even know where I'm fully at. Like, I know Wells' at bats are tough, but if there's a team that's going to run on us, it's tough to have Rice back there defensively. They're juggling that the best they can. And with the lefty-righty Goldschmidt situation, it kind of is playing out how it is. And then the other thing where their hand is forced is the Stanton-Judge situation. Stanton can't play 3 straight games in the outfield. Judge is a DH right now. That they basically have to manage it. So there's only so many more buttons that can be pressed at this point.
Yeah, well, they just got to face not good pitchers. Then they all hit home runs.
Right.
Caballero gets the start. Yeah, and I haven't heard the audio of that. I don't know if there exists anywhere of Boone saying we'll see. But yeah, if you speak Boone, that's like the most damning thing he said about Volpe in 3 years is, will Volpe start tomorrow? We'll see. But I'd guess, he was defensive replacement, which is fine. That makes sense. What do you think? You think it'll be, what do you think?
I don't think he starts tomorrow. I don't think he's benched. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on because, well, just all the general, he hasn't been good that we talked about. That bunt is one of the more damning things because what Volpe does have, I think his verse left numbers are still good. That him bunting with 1 out to get a runner to second base, I mean,
he's bunting for a hit.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't know does he have that in his bag? Has he ever bunted for a hit?
He doesn't. I think that's how bad his slump was.
And it's right back to the pitcher.
He got jammed on it. If he's not bunting for a hit, and he's sacrificing there, down 3 with 1 out and a runner on first, and he, like, if you're Boone and I pray to God he was bunting for a hit, because I can understand him not being able to get a bunt down. The baseball IQ, and that's what Kay was saying on the broadcast. Like, he was like, how the hell are they ruling that a sack bunt? And I think I saw Jabba or Todd, someone on Twitter, being like, that was a bunting for a hit, dude. Like, no one could be that baseball dumb. I really don't think he is. I think he was bunting for a hit, and he botched it because he got jammed. I think he's trying to push that to first.
What's better, a sack bunt or a strikeout?
It's not a sack bunt. It goes in the book as a sack bunt, but everyone was very confused and perplexed. I wonder if they're going to change it because you're down 3.
You're down. Was that the 4th inning?
4th inning.
I mean, and who was coming up behind him? Was it Cabby?
It looks like Caballero was behind him, yes.
And you're down 3 with 1 out.
I know, but it's the 4th inning. I think the way Volpe's hitting, Volpe's in a 1 for 28.
I know. That's why I think he's like, let me just try and bunt this and beat the infield, beat the pitcher, and get it to the bag for a hit.
He's never had that. That's not a tool in his bag. I think it was better for him to sack bunt than strike out. He can't hit anything. That they're facing a tough pitcher in Crochet, that they say, hey, we've got our contact guy, Caballero, on deck. If we get a runner on scoring position and he bloops a single, we get a run. Otherwise, if Volpe just leaves him at first on a strikeout, we got nothing.
Was Boone asked about it? He never says anything. I would be honestly shocked if that was a sack bunt attempt. It doesn't make you down 3. What's 1 run get you? Why would you give it out for 1 run?
It's more productive than what he's been doing.
Yeah, I would be shocked. He's bunting for a hit there, and he botched it.
Has he ever bunted for a hit?
I don't know. That doesn't change my mind.
I mean, it should. If you can't do that, then he wouldn't be doing that.
I mean, he can't do anything. He's doing all the things.
So that's why you sack bunt.
Has he sack bunted before?
I think, yeah. We've gone into golf claps when he sack bunted.
Volpe said post-game he was told he's sitting tomorrow and he'll be in the lineup Tuesday.
That's so stupid. What if Caballero goes fucking off? What if they win and they say, let's just roll it? I don't mind him starting, but like to just predetermine it, like let things roll. That's
He's
such
their guy,
a
man.
fucking babying job. Don't worry. Like they were like had to cushion the bad news with good. Don't worry though. Don't worry. I got you in on Tuesday.
Looks
well,
like
what if
lefty starter?
What if like fucking Lou Gehrig was told that? Or Wally Pipp, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, why do you have to cushion it?
Because they put all their eggs in his basket and they're losing the bet. And they still think they're in the fight, so they just keep putting more in the pot, and they keep gambling the next ante and check raise and flip another card. Oh, that one doesn't help us either, but let's keep betting because we've already got a lot in the pot. How'd Glaber at shortstop go? How'd Verdugo in left field go? Like, we've seen these stories.
Again, if like it's a platoon situation or whatever you want to do, there's just no reason to have to cushion it. Or like, whatever. I wonder if part of them feels guilty. Volpe versus lefties in August. Obviously, these numbers are bad because he just is. It's a 188 batting average, of 278 on base, 375 slug. So he's not doing that anymore either.
On the year, they're still good, right?
Not as good
on the
as
year.
They
They're still good. The last since July 1st, 237 batting average, 275 on base, 500 slugs. So that's a 775 OPS. I think him and Jazz were the same. Because when Crochet was in and Caballero played second instead of short, you've replaced Jazz. I was like, well, how much better has Volpe been against lefties than Jazz? Like, Volpe has been so bad. And they were pretty similar. Which is, I don't know what that is. Very similar. Volpe has got a 278 on base versus Jazz's 250. So that's That's what that is. Jazz has a higher slug and a higher batting average versus lefties. But whatever. They won this game.
Yeah, look at that.
Rodon pitched well.
Yeah, it's one of those I feel like this used to be a talking point of a lot of Talking Yanks episodes in the past. One batter away from being an awesome start, and now he doesn't get that last batter. Weave comes in, bloop single, and it changes the line like completely.
Yeah.
He went from 6 shutout, 1 hit to 5.2 2 earned runs.
What's his ERA at?
It's good. He's having a good year.
Like on the year, it's good.
Yeah.
What's Fried's at now? Still good. Fried's had to get Fried back down to like good. Like,
Rodon's at 3.24 for the year. Fried is at 3.14.
Okay, yeah. So I was like that's good.
They're a very strong tandem. I mean, Max Fried is the only reason this team isn't 500.
Stopper Max Fried was awesome. Will Warren, disappointing.
Yeah.
Should we do prides?
Yeah, maybe these even come up in awards like Pride of the Yankees, which is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code Yanks when you sign up at the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Pride of the Yankees, huh? It's an interesting one, huh?
There are some candidates, I think.
There are a couple candidates. They won today's game. Man, I'm honestly, I know this isn't normally how it works, but weird times. What we were just talking about, I'm gonna go with Max Fried. This was kind of nuts to butts here, man. If he had a bad start, I think we're talking Phantom IL. We're talking what's going on. Is he still hurt? Like, what's going on with the blisters or the hands, or is there something else? Coming off one of the most embarrassing games of the season, he came in and he shoved. Coming out of a bad pitching stretch that, Max Fried should still Max Fried was the past couple weeks like attempting to join the rest of the team that we're not happy with, and it's like, no, don't go over there. You should still be like one of the highlights of this season, and hopefully this sparks him for a good final 5 or 6 starts.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Blisters all healed. Do you change the rotation at all? Do you try to?
I don't super care about it, no.
Right now, the Houston, okay, well, what about this? Houston crushes lefties, you say.
Yeah.
Right now, it's set up for Fried, Warren, Rodon versus Houston, at Houston.
I mean, it's also tricky because there are 2 best pitchers, so.
I know. And then Toronto right after that is Schlittler, Heel, Fried. Does Toronto fare better against righties? Because if Yarby's returning like or those White Sox games, you could use a Yarby return or something. If you could use the 4-game set against the White Sox to change the flow for the Houston-Toronto 6 games, maybe. It should be something that's discussed. I don't know if you land on it's worth it. There's a benefit, but it should be looked into, I think.
Yeah, I guess I don't currently care about the alignment too much. I'm more so, I don't know, if the stats said that Fried, Rodon, everyone is better with an extra day rest, and that's the way they can do it, I'm open to it. But otherwise, I of the Yankees' problems, I don't find it pressing.
They'd all be on 5 days rest for Houston, Toronto, besides Fried, who's scheduled to get the last game in Toronto on regular rest, 4 days rest. Rodon's been better on extra rest this year. Schlittler just had a perfect game going through 6 through on extra rest, so I think they've done well on extra rest this year. Heel could probably use extra rest. I wonder if that's something they are considering in that White Sox set. Get Nestor. He almost dominated them. He always dominated them on that Chicago mound.
Just had a great start.
In Chicago?
No, San Diego.
Get him in Chicago.
Against the Dodgers. Little World Series redemption.
How about it? Good stuff. My pride is Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, okay.
They won one game. They didn't get swept at home. That's something that Stanton has made clear they don't do. Early in the year, he had a players-only meeting. I think this one was actual players-only. It wasn't the fake one. It was earlier. And Stan addressed the team and said, we don't get swept at home. And they didn't. I think that was Detroit. No, it wasn't Detroit. Who was that? It was early on. Whatever. Who was that? And they didn't get swept at home when this happened, and they did it now.
Giancarlo, what did he do today? He had the 118 off the bat, which that was cool.
2 doubles, 2 runs, I believe. He was kind of the offense, it felt like at times. And I believe when he said the quote, it was the June series against the Angels who won the first 3.
I think it was earlier than that. I'm seeing an article from.
Was it
April
Arizona?
4th.
It was Arizona. Second series of the season. So, have they been swept at home? I don't think so.
They don't do that.
We don't do that.
That's awesome.
Would have been the first 4-game sweep since 1939 at home against the Red Sox.
I'd love to put Stanton's steadiness and IQ into Dominguez's body.
The brain and the body.
The brain and the body. A science experiment. But yeah, I'd like him not in the outfield anymore and playing every day. The Judge news sure is slow going.
Through the bases today. In theory, that should be the good step. I don't know what timeline they're working on, but that's supposed to be the biggest step.
Yeah. You got MFer?
You Yankee motherfucker.
Man, back-to-back Brads, and here we are. MFer.
Oh, dude, I was going to give my pride to Rosario.
Yeah, he plays with pride. He cheers with pride. Like, he was almost, Stanton scored today, and he was almost pissed that he didn't get to him to high-five him in time. My MFer. Oh, dude, my MFer is Camilo Duvall.
Yeah.
Just talk about Buzz Killington right now. That guy comes in the game, he gets all lumpy on you. It's like the best he pitched was probably today, and like the runners already got to third base. If you're a base runner and you get on versus Duvall, basically you're going to get to third base, and I almost want to put him on third base because otherwise it gets super in his head. Are they going to steal? Are they going to go? I can't wait for Matt Blake works with him this offseason because the Sidewinder Twister thing is so unnecessary for how good he is. And yeah, it's the calm, cool personality that I was told about with him. He either needs to go calmer and cooler or he needs to find a little intensity because where he's sitting right now is nothing.
Nothing. I'm going with McMahon.
Okay.
Nada. 0. And he's got a lot of protection right now with Volpe being terrible, with Wells being terrible.
Hit by pitch today. So.
What?
Hit by pitch today. So
Okay. Did he lean into it?
He Rizzo'd it a little bit. No reaction.
Love that.
Yeah.
And I still like his defense. And I'm not like entirely down on him. But let's click a little. You know, I think he kind of disappeared into the chaos and sadness of this series and just kind of slid like under the covers and was like, don't fucking, I'm new. Don't pin it on me. And I'd
Not
like him.
defensively. The defense, the double plays that he turned today were sick. Like we haven't seen a
Yes.
third baseman do that.
But I just want something with the bat.
Yeah, he has to. I think
He went 0 for, so people don't know he went like 0 for besides hit by pitch.
0 for 9, yeah. His first series with the team, I want to say he hit one to deep left center at the stadium that would have been a home run at a lot of other ballparks. And yeah, they're talking about him. Is he short porching it like when Rizzo first came over and it seemed so appealing? And yeah, the thing that's throwing me off, the hitter counts he's getting pitches, he's on them. He's just not hitting them at all. So
yes, he's getting good pitches to hit. You pointed that out before this series, and I noticed it because of it. Yes. You pointed that out, and I noticed that this series, and it made it a more frustrating watch. Like timing was there, but bat to ball.
He's under everything. Guy. It's weird.
Under every pitch. They even commented on it.
Yeah.
They showed the replay, and they're like, he's under it. Like they said it like that, like it was surprising them that he was underneath the pitch.
I think in the past week of games, you could make like a comically silly montage of him swinging through 10 plus fastballs that he's just right under, like the same amount under. That I'm wondering, as a streaky player, he brings that bat up and we're going to get a hot streak out of him, but that could also not be this year.
What if he gets contacts? What if he's blind? He's blind in one eye.
I've heard rumors about a player's eyesight on the team.
You have?
Yeah.
Wells?
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Okay. After.
Do you know what eye is your dominant eye?
Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff. We've played this game in the office a few times. I think my right eye.
Yeah, I was doing it with James to help him out. Pretty vital for hitting. Like my left eye.
Why don't you tell the people on the podcast what you're doing right now?
You hold up your thumb and you block something with both eyes open, like put it in front of something. And then you cover one eye and it will stay in front of that object. And then you cover the other eye and it'll be wild. Like sometimes some people have it slight. Mine's wildly not covering it. Like my left eye is basically a farce.
Fake eye.
Remind me when we play blitzball that I gotta Cocoa Crisp my head.
Yeah. Get a good look at it.
Make sure that back eye is getting a good look at it. All right. Awards, rip through them.
Brought to you by Hims. Today's episode is sponsored by Hims. Hims can't solve snoring or blanket stealing. Wow. But when it comes to performance, they got you covered. Take control of ED with personalized treatments made with proven ingredients prescribed by licensed providers. 100% online through Hims. Wow. How about the hard mints? Yep. SexRx plus climax control. If prescribed. This is all online. To get simple, online access, personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/Yanks. Hims.com/Yanks for your free online visit. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products with the FDA. Does not improve or verify our safety and effectiveness or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Okay. We're just doing awards then.
Yeah, I mean, quickly.
Yeah.
Stat keeping.
Okay. Who did I have beforehand? Volpeing award.
Volpeing?
Volpeing.
Volpeing award. Wells.
Aaron Judge.
Oh.
After the first 3 Red Sox games this year, Aaron Judge was 6 for 12. He had 2 3-hit days in the first series. Since then, he put up a 2 for 14 in this series, and I think it was a 2 for 12 in the previous series. So he's 4 for his last 26 against the Red Sox. And I don't know, man. We did our little after Tampa with a little teaser on the Red Sox series, like, who are we looking at to help change the vibes? For me, it was corny, but it's Judge. Like, we do all the captain stuff, right? And yeah, he chasing pitches seems a little out of sorts. How much of it is tied to the injury? How much of it is Boston having his number recently? So, need something from the big guy. He showed a little frustration after his last strikeout tonight, which, I don't know. The fact that I like seeing any emotion out of him is bizarre.
Sometimes you get that grit like that, and then I'm worried he's hurt.
Right.
Yeah. Those stats I'm avoiding.
Buehler struck him out with a curveball, and it bounced away from the catcher decently enough that Judge would normally run that out to first, and he just didn't.
Well, curveball from Buehler won the World Series, so maybe it was bad flashback.
Maybe a bad flashback.
I saw you guys texting about it. I saw those stats. I'm choosing to ignore them.
That's because you already know the answer.
I got too much on my plate. For a second, I thought you just took a sip of hand soap.
Thought about it. Used to.
Used to. Here it is. Nah, not worth it for him.
No, thanks.
Nah. Bummer. I'll give out an award called I Really Like Ya.
I really like you.
I Really Like Ya.
Ben Rice.
Absolutely. 273 batting average, 385 OBP. Airmailed that throw, game 1, second inning, hit a solo shot later on to make up for it. Had 2 hits in that game and a walk. Had a hit in game 2. Only had 1 at bat in game 3. Didn't come through. Had a walk tonight. He's just, I wonder what the stats are saying because it was his unlucky. He's unlucky. Seems like he's starting to have more balls find grass or grandstand than earlier on. And I don't know what his stats are on the year, but he is a hitter. He's a hitter in a way that does not feel fluky to me because it does not feel like he's selling out for the home run. Feels like he's selling out for a hard line drive and does not lose the zone to find it. Where there's been other guys that come up and are good, but I'm like, it didn't feel as solid of a base to build upon that what he's offering as a hitter. I wish he had a more defined position, but yeah, I like Ben Rice.
Yeah, I did the Friday night, sad after the Yankees lost 1-0, just no heart after an embarrassing night. I watched Francesa and Joe's. Both of them were live streaming. Both of them are kind of silly in nature, the way they talk. And yeah, Francesa dropped, they have 4 DHs right now. Yeah. Stanton, Judge, Rice, Dominguez. The Rice one's tough, but it's also like partial true for a lot of other teams.
He's not as bad at first base as other options we've seen play first base. Like, I think he grades out better than Voit. Yeah, I don't know if he does, but eye test he does.
The problem is we're judging on a Yankee scale. Like, he didn't even play first base. He came up a catcher.
I know. Yeah.
So, kind of crazy. Ooh, okay. I think I've got a good award. Let's enjoy the amenities award.
Rosario.
Basically, this year with Devin Williams, we've had a bad relationship. Like, that's it. So at this point, we're on vacation. Things aren't going to be great with us. Things aren't going to be worked out. We're a struggling couple. We booked this trip to Mexico 3 months. We're almost there. Like, let's just go on the trip together. We're going on the trip with Devin. Let's enjoy the amenities, man. If you could come in some 7th innings, if you could take down some righty lanes, let's do that. When we start daydreaming of our Seattle Mariners series and there's a J-Rod, Eugenio Suarez lane, I want to think about you pitching that in the 6th and maybe with a little bit of hope. So while we're in this toxic relationship and we're on this vacation, let's at least enjoy some of the amenities. So Devin, he actually looked okay in his 2 lower leverage outings this series.
Today's actually a high leverage outing, right? It just because they already lost the first 3 games, it's like whatever. But it was
yeah. I mean, and this goes back to
low.
everything we talked about with Volpe, everything we talked about with Clay Holmes. Like Devin Williams will be part of our playoff plan when we are up. So when he's in the 6th inning and he comes in against whatever righty lane it is, there's a chance that can still be a good thing. And I know we've moved the bar like we have with a couple other players on this team, but they're going to use him, so I hope we figure that out.
Me too. Weaver needs a little bit of a rest. Not a rest, but ability to breathe in between outings. If they can get it against the Nationals and the White Sox, that'd be nice. When he gets taxed, he just misses his spot every now and then on the fastball. And to certain batters, we've seen it just gets hit. Do I have another award or am I done?
One more.
You have another award.
I'll give it to the Sorry Man award.
Sorry Man award. Trent.
No, I was going to give it to Jazz. Jazz lost his best friend and talked about it post-game today, posted about it. Hit a home run today and was choked up, and that's awful.
2 of them.
And what's that?
Hit 2 of them.
Yeah, 2. After the first, I don't know if he was choked up after the second one, but the first one he was choked up in the dugout, so that's awful. And sorry, man, and feel for you. And hope you're all right, and everyone else is all right.
Boom.
Boom. Sad. All right. No off day? Just game tomorrow?
No off day, just an attitude at the stadium.
Schlittler heel freed.
Schlittler. CGSO.
Okay.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Are the Nationals going to run, dude?
Become the best part of this season.
Are the Nationals running? Is Abrams just like running? Is he playing? Is he running? Are they just going to run everywhere? Who's their center fielder that's so good?
Young, but he doesn't. I don't know where my Nats are at stealing bases. I know they're 53 and 76. Is Miguel Cairo managing them?
Yeah,
He's in there.
Hot.
that's an X factor for them.
CJ Abrams can steal. The rest of them, not great.
Nationals are 6-4 in their last 10.
Okay.
Tortured the Mets, I think.
Okay, 6-4 in their last 10. Tortured the Mets.
Chaparro's up.
Who are we
So
facing?
keep an eye
Good
on that.
pitchers.
We do face
Bradford, game
Mackenzie
1.
Gore.
Then Gore.
He's good.
Jake Cavalli.
In their last 14 games, they've stolen 13 bags.
Okay.
That's decent. Damn. All right. God. What am I supposed to feel about a Nats series?
We'll find out.
You can feel a lot of stuff if they lose the series.
Yeah, right? You kind of pointed at this earlier, but one final note. Can they make any changes that make you feel better? Like if they straight up say Cabby's the starting shortstop and not Volpe, that doesn't do enough for me to be like, all right, I believe in them against tough opponents now.
Right.
It's pitching and bullpen is still like, and hitting good pitching.
Yeah, I mean, that's even the lining up the rotation thing. Like, I don't know. Schlittler hopefully becomes one of the storylines of the next couple weeks. If he could become like appointment television, he could also very much not. But like, Rodon and Fried were very much in this with. And then the bullpen, like, that's the whole, I feel like I do this speech every year, but a lot of teams have like the young guy in the back end of their bullpen who, yeah, he's inconsistent. He walks guys and sometimes he gets lit up. But one day it's going to click because he throws 98 and has a nasty slider. Like, the Yankees don't have that option. That's kind of the Devin Williams speech I just gave. Like, when it becomes the postseason, it's going to be Tim Hill for a lefty lane, Doval, Devin, Weaver, Bednar.
I had Lagrange. How do you say it? Lagrange? Lagrange highlights pop up on my feed, and I didn't watch them. That's how down I am.
Send down Dominguez, call up Spencer Jones.
Hey, if he's not going to play, there's something to, like, he got 2 at-bats this series?
Let's see. Dominguez, yeah.
2 at-bats in a 4-game set. There's something to, like, he's got clearly stuff to work on. If there's better use of his time, I'm not even saying it's for Jones. I'm saying while Stanton and Judge have to be out there and DHing, if there's better use of Dominguez's time besides sitting on the bench for 4 games.
Like if Slater was good to go, which I don't think he is, but
there's an area where he can go work on shit. They don't believe in that. They have treated Dominguez different than Volpe. Like they have. He didn't just get handed the keys and told he's a beautiful boy.
We asked Boone when they initially Volpe got the job, is there anything you could do to be sent down? And they said no.
It was a dumb question.
Wild. All right. Go Yanks. Tell 'em, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees. Squirrel on the field.
That looked like a bullshit